A rich bully destroyed my college life. 10 years later, I own his family's company. Let me tell you about the man who tried to break me, and how I waited 10 years to break him back. My name is James. I grew up in a small town in Ohio. Population 3,000. One traffic light. One grocery store. One high school. My parents were teachers. My mother taught English. My father taught history. They didn't make much money, but they made sure I had books. They made sure I had dreams. You're going to go to college, my mother said. You're going to get out of this town. You're going to see the world. I believed her. I worked hard. Really hard. I studied every night. I aced every test. I was valedictorian of my high school class. I scored in the 99th percentile on the SAT. I applied to Harvard. I didn't think I would get in, but I applied. When the acceptance letter came, my mother cried. My father cried. I cried. I'm going to Harvard. I kept saying, I'm going to Harvard. I received a full scholarship. Tuition, room, board, everything. I didn't have to pay a dime. I thought I had made it. I thought I was finally safe. I was wrong. I arrived in Cambridge in August. The campus was beautiful. Brick buildings, green grass, ivy on the walls, students in Harvard sweatshirts, laughing, talking, looking like they belonged. I didn't belong. I knew it the moment I stepped on campus. My clothes were wrong. My shoes were wrong. My accent was wrong. Everything about me was wrong. I was a scholarship kid, a poor kid from Ohio, a fish out of water. I told myself it didn't matter. I was there to learn, to study, to succeed. I was naive. I met Preston Harrington III on my second day. He was in my orientation group. Tall, handsome, expensive clothes, a watch that cost more than my mother's car. He looked at me. He looked at my shoes. He laughed. You're wearing those, he said. They're my only shoes. Get new ones. You're at Harvard now. I didn't know how to respond. I just stood there, awkward, embarrassed. What's your name? He asked. James. James what? James Thompson. Where are you from? James Thompson. Ohio. Ohio. What's in Ohio? Corn. Soybeans. My parents. He laughed again. Your parents are corn and soybeans. His friends laughed. Chase. Brittany. A few others. They all laughed. No. My parents are teachers. Teachers? At Harvard? No. In Ohio. So you're not legacy? No. Not donor? No. Not connected? No. He smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. Then what are you doing here? I got in. On my own. On your own? No one gets in on their own. Someone helped you. Someone pulled strings. No one helped me. I earned it. He stepped closer. He was taller than me. Broader. You don't belong here. This school is for people like me. Not people like you. I didn't know what to say, so I said nothing. He walked away. His friends followed. That was the beginning. The bullying started slowly. Small things. Annoyances. Preston would bump into me in the hallway. Sorry, he'd say. Didn't see you there. You're so small. He would take my seat in the dining hall. This is my spot, he'd say. Find somewhere else. He would interrupt me in class. That's wrong, he'd say. You don't know what you're talking about. My professors didn't stop him. Some of them laughed. Some of them looked away. Professor Whitman was the worst. He was tenured, powerful. He had been at Harvard for 30 years. He loved Preston. Preston's family donated to the university. Preston's grandfather had endowed a chair. Preston's name was on a building. I was a nobody, a scholarship kid, expendable. Professor Whitman graded my papers harder than anyone else's. He marked me down for things he praised in other students. Your writing is mediocre, he said. You need to improve. I show my paper to another professor. This is an A paper, he said. Why did he give you a C? I didn't answer. I knew why. The bullying got worse. Preston started a rumor that I had cheated on my entrance exam. He told everyone. Students whispered behind my back. Professors looked at me differently. Is it true? My study partner Sarah asked. No, I didn't cheat. I believe you. She was one of the few. The rumor spread to the administration. I was called into Dean Reynolds' office. There have been allegations, he said. They're false. Do you have proof? Do they have proof? Dean Reynolds was silent. He knew the rumors were false, but he didn't want to upset the Harringtons. I'm going to put you on academic probation, he said. Pending investigation. For what? I didn't do anything. For the integrity of the university. I'm on scholarship. If you expel me, I lose everything. Then I suggest you cooperate. I cooperated. I gave him my SAT scores, my transcripts, my application essays. The investigation took 3 months. 3 months of uncertainty. 3 months of fear. 3 months of Preston smiling at me in the hallway. How's the investigation going? He asked. It's going to clear me. Is it? My father knows the dean. My grandfather knows the president. Are you sure you're going to be cleared? I wasn't sure. I was terrified. The investigation cleared me. Of course it did. I hadn't cheated. But the damage was done. My reputation was ruined. My grades had suffered. My mental health was destroyed. I stopped sleeping. I stopped eating. I stopped talking to my parents. I was ashamed. My mother called me every week. How are you? Fine. How are your classes? Good. Are you making friends? Some. I was lying. I had no friends. Sarah was kind. But she wasn't a friend. She was afraid of Preston too. The bullying didn't stop. It got worse. Preston sabotaged my research project. I had been working on it for 6 months. It was going to be published. It was going to help my career. Preston deleted my files. He had access to the lab. He knew my password. I don't know how. I lost everything. 6 months of work. Gone. I went to Professor Whitman. Someone deleted my research files. Do you have backups? No. I was working on the lab computers. Then there's nothing I can do. It was Preston. I know it was. Do you have proof? No. Then don't make accusations. I went to Dean Reynolds. Someone deleted my research. Do you have proof? No. Then there's nothing I can do. I went to the police. Someone hacked into my account and deleted my files. Do you have proof? No. Then there's nothing we can do. Preston had won. I had lost 6 months of work. I had lost my reputation. I was losing my mind. And then he stole my girlfriend. Her name was Brittany. She was a junior. History major. Beautiful. Smart. Funny. We met at a study group. She was one of the few people who treated me like a human being. She didn't care that I was from Ohio, that my parents were teachers, that I wore cheap shoes. You're different, she said. You're real. Most of these people are fake. I'm just trying to survive. Me too. We started dating. It was good. She made me feel normal. Made me feel like I belonged. I told her about Preston, about the bullying, about the rumors, about the research. He's a monster, she said. He's powerful. His family owns half of Boston. Power doesn't make you a good person. No, it just makes you dangerous. She held my hand. I'm not afraid of him. She should have been. Preston noticed we were dating. He started paying attention to Brittany, flirting with her, touching her arm, laughing at her jokes. Brittany, you're too good for him, he said. You should be with someone who can give you what you deserve. I'm happy with James. Are you? He can't take you to nice restaurants. He can't buy you nice things. He can't give you the life you're meant to have. I don't need nice things. Everyone needs nice things. I watched him flirt with her. I felt sick. I couldn't do anything. Brittany pulled away from me. Slowly, she started spending more time with Preston. We're just friends, she said. He's not your friend. He's trying to take you from me. You're being paranoid. I'm not paranoid. I know him. I know what he does. Maybe you don't know him at all. She stopped coming to my room. Stopped calling. Stopped texting. I found out she was sleeping with Preston from Chase. Preston's friend. He told me in the dining hall. Loud enough for everyone to hear. Hey, James. Thanks for letting Preston borrow your girlfriend. She's a lot of fun. Everyone laughed. I sat there. Silent. I called Brittany. She didn't answer. I texted her. She didn't respond. She posted photos on social media. Her and Preston. At a restaurant. At a party. At his family's house in the Hamptons. She was smiling. She looked happy. I stopped eating. I stopped sleeping. I stopped going to class. I sat in my room, staring at the wall, thinking about leaving, thinking about dropping out, thinking about giving up. My mother called. You sound terrible. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just tired. You're not tired. You're hurting. Talk to me. I couldn't. I didn't want her to worry. I didn't want her to know how bad things were. Mom, I'm fine. I just need to study. You're lying to me. No, I'm not. James, I'm your mother. I know when you're lying. Tell me the truth. I told her. Everything. The bullying. The rumors. The research. The girl. She was silent for a long time. Come home, she said. I can't. I'll lose my scholarship. Your scholarship doesn't matter if you're dead. Come home. I went home for a week. I slept in my childhood bed. I ate my mother's cooking. I cried. My father sat with me. He didn't say much. He just sat there, present. You're stronger than him, he said. I don't feel stronger. Strength isn't about feeling strong. It's about not giving up. I won't give up. Then he wins. Don't let him win. I went back to Harvard. I finished the semester. Barely. My grades were terrible. My mental health was worse. But I didn't give up. I graduated from Harvard. Not with honors. Not with distinction. Just graduated. My parents came to the ceremony. My mother cried. My father shook my hand. I'm proud of you, he said. I didn't do well. You finished. That's what matters. Preston graduated too. With honors. With distinction. With his family cheering in the front row. He didn't look at me. I didn't look at him. I moved to New York City. I had no job. No money. No connections. Just a degree from Harvard and a burning desire to prove everyone wrong. I worked 3 jobs. Coffee shop in the mornings. Retail store in the afternoons. Tutoring at night. I slept 4 hours a night. I ate ramen and peanut butter sandwiches. I lived in a studio apartment in Queens with mold on the walls and a roommate who stole my food. It was miserable, but it was mine. I started a company. Software development. Cybersecurity. I had learned to code at Harvard. I was good at it. My first client was a small bakery in Brooklyn. They paid me $500 to build them a website. I spent 40 hours on it. I made less than minimum wage. I didn't care. I was building something. My second client was a law firm. They paid me $2,000. My third client was a real estate agency. They paid me $5,000. I hired my first employee, a guy named Marcus. He was a programmer too. He believed in me. We're going to be rich, he said. We're going to be successful. Rich is a side effect. We worked together, day and night, weekends, holidays. We built the company from nothing. Within 3 years, we had 10 employees. Within 5, we had 50. Within 7, we had 200. We were making millions. I was making millions. I bought a penthouse in Manhattan. I bought a car. I bought my parents a house in Florida. They cried when I gave them the keys. You did it, my mother said. I did it. I thought about Preston sometimes. I wondered what he was doing. I wondered if he remembered me. I found out he was working at his family's company, Harrington Industries. His grandfather had founded it. His father had run it. Now he was being groomed to take over. He was vice president. He had an office with a view. He had a corner office. He had a parking spot with his name on it. He had never worked a day in his life. I decided to change that. I started watching Harrington Industries, studying them, looking for weaknesses. The company was old, traditional. They hadn't adapted to the new economy. They were bleeding money, losing clients, falling behind. Preston was supposed to save them. He didn't know how. He had never run anything. He had never built anything. He had never struggled. He was a trust fund baby, a legacy admission, a failure waiting to happen. I waited. The stock price dropped, and dropped, and dropped. The board got nervous. They started looking for buyers, someone to save the company. I made an offer. The board was surprised. Who are you? I'm the man whose research Preston destroyed, whose girlfriend he stole, whose reputation he ruined. That was years ago. I remember. They didn't know what to say. They needed my money. They took my offer. I bought Harrington Industries for pennies on the dollar. The company my great-grandfather built, Preston's grandfather said. He was old. He was sick. He was disappointed. You're selling to him? He asked. We have no choice. He's nobody. He's from Ohio. He's rich. That's all that matters. The sale went through. I owned Harrington Industries, the company that had been in Preston's family for 3 generations. The company he was supposed to inherit. He came to see me. In my office. In Manhattan. He looked older. Tired. His hair was thinning. His clothes were expensive but sad. James, he said. Preston. Congratulations on the acquisition. Thank you. Can we talk? Sit down. He sat. He looked at the floor. I know we have history. We have history. You made my life a living hell. I was young. I was stupid. You were cruel. You were entitled. You were a bully. He didn't deny it. I need a job, he said. A job. My family has nothing. My grandfather is dying. My father is broke. I have no money. No prospects. You have a Harvard degree. That doesn't mean anything anymore. It never meant anything. Your name meant something. Your family's money meant something. Now you have neither. Please, James. I'm begging you. He was begging. The man who had mocked me, humiliated me, sabotaged me, stolen from me. He was begging me for a job. "I'll give you a job," I said. His face lit up. "Really? Entry level. Customer service. Minimum wage. You'll sit in a cubicle. You'll answer phones. You'll take complaints from people who are angry about their bills." His face fell. "That's not what I meant. That's what I'm offering. My grandfather founded this company. Your grandfather is dead. This is my company now. You're humiliating me. I'm not humiliating you. I'm offering you a job. You can take it or leave it." He stood up. "I'm not working for you." "Then leave." He walked to the door. He stopped. He turned around. "You've become everything you hated," he said. "I've become successful. You've become nothing. There's a difference." He left. He didn't take the job. I never saw him again. After I bought Harrington Industries, I felt empty. Not sad. Not guilty. Just empty. I had waited 10 years for this moment. I had dreamed about it, planned for it, executed it perfectly, and now it was over. Marcus noticed. "You're not happy," he said. "I should be." Revenge doesn't make you happy. It makes you satisfied. There's a difference. What should I do? Build something new. Something that matters. I started focusing on the company. Really focusing. Not on revenge. On growth. On innovation. On helping people. We created new products. New services. New jobs. We helped small businesses. We helped nonprofits. We helped people who had been through what I had been through. I started mentoring young people. Kids from small towns. Kids who didn't have money or connections. Kids who were trying to make it. "You can do it," I told them. I did. You can too. I met Elena at a charity event. She was a doctor, pediatrician. She worked at a free clinic in Brooklyn. She was kind, warm. She laughed at my jokes. She listened to my stories. I told her about Preston on our 5th date. "I was bullied in college," I said. "By a rich kid. He made my life hell. I bought his family's company 10 years later." She didn't flinch. "That's intense." It was revenge, and it was satisfying, but it didn't make me happy. "What makes you happy?" "You. This. Right now." She smiled. "Good answer. We got married 2 years ago. Small ceremony. My parents came. Marcus was my best man. Sarah, my study partner from Harvard, came. Preston didn't come. He wasn't invited. We have a daughter now. Emily. She is 1 year old. She has Elena's eyes and my stubbornness. I hold her at night and think about the boy I used to be. The scared kid from Ohio. The scholarship student who didn't belong. He is gone. In his place is someone stronger. Happier. More whole. I don't think about Preston much anymore. When I do, I feel nothing. Not anger. Not satisfaction. Not pity. Just nothing. He is nobody. I am someone. It's been 15 years since I graduated from Harvard. 10 years since I bought Harrington Industries. 5 years since I married Elena. 1 year since Emily was born. I am 37 years old. I have a wife, a daughter, a home, a company, a life. I am happy. Truly happy. Preston lives in Connecticut. He works as a consultant. He makes decent money. Not great. He's not rich anymore. He's just comfortable. He's married. 2 kids. He seems content. I don't know. I don't follow his life. His grandfather died 5 years ago. He left Preston nothing. He was disappointed. In Preston. In the family. In everything. Professor Whitman retired. He lives in Florida. He plays golf. He sent me a letter once. Apologizing. "I was wrong," he wrote. "I enabled Preston. I hurt you. I'm sorry. I didn't respond. I didn't forgive him. I just moved on." Dean Reynolds was fired. Not for what he did to me. For other things. Other scandals. He works at a small college in the Midwest. Brittany, the girlfriend who left me for Preston, is divorced. She married Preston. It lasted 3 years. He cheated on her. Multiple times. She lives in Boston. She works in marketing. She's alone. She reached out to me once. "I'm sorry. I should have chosen you. You made your choice. You have to live with it. I know. I'm sorry. I forgive you. But I don't want you in my life." She understood. We haven't spoken since. Chase, Preston's friend, is in prison. Not for bullying. For fraud. He was running a Ponzi scheme. He got caught. Sarah is a professor now. At a small college in Vermont. We stay in touch. She sends Emily books for every birthday. Marcus is still my business partner. Still my friend. We run the company together. It's worth billions now. Elena is next to me on the couch. Emily is sleeping in her room. The dog is curled at my feet. I think about Preston sometimes. Not with anger. With gratitude. If he hadn't bullied me, I wouldn't have left Harvard with something to prove. I wouldn't have worked 3 jobs. I wouldn't have built a company. I wouldn't have become successful. The pain was worth it. If you're watching this and you're being bullied, I want you to know something. It gets better. Not because they stop. Because you become stronger. You work harder. You get smarter. You find people who believe in you. You survive. And one day, you wake up and realize you're not that scared kid anymore. You're someone new. Someone stronger. Don't give up. Don't let them win. I didn't. Look at me now. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to his Reddit tales for stories of bullying, survival, and revenge that takes a decade to serve. And if you're from a small town, if your parents are teachers, if you don't have money or connections, you belong. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.